Hey guys, welcome to my toolbox tour. Today I'll be walking you through my toolbox and showing you all the essential tools that I rely on for auto body work. I'll give you a closer look at some of my favorites and must-haves as well as everything else I carry. You'll also get a peek at how I keep everything organized and set up for maximum productivity. Whether you're new to the trade, an experienced apprentice, or a licensed tech, I hope this tour gives you some inspiration for your own toolbox. Let's get right into it. This is my 61-inch Milwaukee toolbox, 11 drawers and one cabinet. It's got a 19-inch drawers with a soft close, which I really like, a solid wood worktop, and the pegboard. On the side, it's equipped with a power bar, and I've attached two M18 M12 chargers for easy access. This is my tablet I use to keep organized. I use a couple apps to help log my job hours and parts. I find having the tablet incredibly useful for my day-to-day responsibilities. Let's start with the first drawer. This is where I keep my batteries. I also keep an extra M12 Milwaukee ratchet. At the back, I have an extendable prop rod and a couple seat belts for pulling. A bin with different types of seam sealer tips, a bin of drill bits and other random things, a set of inverted torque sockets, a set of triple square bits. These are common on Volkswagens, Audis, and Porsches, and this bolt extractor set that saved me many times. It's a reverse spiral socket that grips the top of a rounded bolt head. In the set, it's from 7mm to 19mm. This is mostly a personal drawer. I do keep some half-inch accessories along with sockets for removing lug nuts. This is a neat little set with super small bits. It contains all types of mini screws along with the driver. You don't need it very often, but very handy to have when you do. This is my clamp drawer. I have a few adjustable C-clamps, regular and small vice grips, some duckbill vice grips, useful for its flat edge, two styles of C-clamp vice grips, one with a pointy end and one with a flat end. This clamp is essential and a must-have for auto body. This is Blue Point's micro grip clamps. This is used mainly when replacing quarter panels and you're test fitting the door. Because of its small profile, you're able to clamp it down and fit the door without any obstructions. Onto the next drawer. Here I keep a bunch of random punches and things I use to hammer on. I suggest having an assortment like I do. It's nice having them in different shapes and sizes because you will always run into a tough spot that you can't get your hands into. Then some pry bars and a torque wrench to finish the drawer off. This is where I keep the hammers. This is a unique hammer specific for hemming door skin edges. It has a wider surface area head and a longer length shaft to get around the door more easily. A hockey puck as a dolly, also for door skins. A heavy duty metal spoon for moving those big crowns and big bodywork. I like using a soft dead blow hammer to hit the spoon as I ride it on top of the crown. And a adjustable coarse grit metal file for metal finishing. Onto the power tools. A 3-inch mini sander, very useful for those spots where a regular sander won't fit. A pneumatic snap-on drill, which I'm struggling to find a use for. I think this is the only tool in my box that I actually don't use. A Worth angle grinder. I use this tool a lot. You've probably seen it in my other videos. The only downfall is that it's a front exhausting one, so the cold air can get pretty cold on your hands when you're using it for a while. A 3M belt sander. This is a must-have bodyman tool for removing spot welds and grinding in tight spots. I carry two cutoff tools. The first one is a Canadian Tool and Supply brand. Great brand, inexpensive tools, and they work great. I like to keep a thin cutoff disc on this one. For my other one, it's a Mako cutoff tool with the adjustable head. This is one of my favorite tools and is worth the $300. An Astro pneumatic reciprocating saw, amazingly priced at $100 Canadian. The control on it is excellent for making precise butt joint cuts when sectioning panels. The Sunex Media Blaster. I like to use the wired wheel attachment for removing seam sealer. It's a really powerful tool and can pretty much go through anything. This is a specialty tool and is not essential, but is one of my favorite tools when I'm able to use it. It's used to hem down door skin edges and wheelhouse edges when replacing quarter panels and door skins. A pneumatic pencil die grinder. This is so useful when doing plastic repairs, especially on the tabs. You can get super precise with it, and I'm pretty sure it comes with these bits as well. It's an Astro pneumatic pencil die grinder. This is the Canadian Tool and Supply 7-inch grinder, which I've replaced the backing pad with a 5-inch one. It runs super smooth and is a must-have tool if you're doing big metal work. In this drawer, I have all different types of pick tools, all different sizes and shapes. I rarely go into this drawer because I carry the ones I often use with me on my rolling cart. Not too exciting in here, just these extra long Torx bit screwdrivers. You'll definitely need a set for removing door handles. In here, it's all wrenches. Yeah, not too much to talk about in here, just some PDR tabs mixed with some electrical tools. Here we got the Onyx die grinder with the eraser wheel attachment. I use this to remove two-way tape. An air chuck, an M18 Milwaukee drill that I've had for over 10 years and it's still going strong. This tool is awesome. It's the Milwaukee M12 riveter. I do a lot of work on Hyundai and Kias, and if you know those cars, they use a lot of rivets in their bumpers. So I like the fact that I can use a cordless tool without having an air hose awkwardly in the way. This is the Milwaukee M12 belt center, which I love. The fact that you can adjust the angle of the belt so easily had me sold. It also has a forward and reverse in 2 power modes, which was a huge bonus. It does eat up those M12 batteries very fast though. In the cabinet, I carry the CC half-inch impact for removing lug nuts. I have a review on this impact if you want to learn more about it. Astro sent me this cordless plastic welding kit, which I'll be doing a review for soon. Stay tuned for that. A propane torch, always handy to have. This is the Dent Fix plastic riveter with a nice low profile adjustable head. Very useful to install rivets in those tight spaces like on BMWs. Mastercraft tap and die set. I would say this is essential. You never know when you'll run into some threads that need fixing. This is the Astro pneumatic riveter. I mostly use this for replacing aluminum for bedside panels. Moving on to my rolling tool cart. This is the TCE rolling tool cart that I bought from Costco for around $200. On the back, I've added aerosol can holders for my essentials. It has a worktop that opens into more storage and has 2 drawers. These 2 snap-on fork tools that I can't live without. They're great for popping out all sorts of clips. A mini 1/4-inch ratchet and a 3/8 adjustable head ratchet. This mini screwdriver with a magnet on the end. Then some extensions on the left and some pick tools on the right. In the next drawer, I have a set of pliers, a snap-on curved body hammer, the best body hammer ever. I find the weighted balance on it to be perfect, which gives me great control and accuracy. A slapping file for metal work. It can be used for tapping on crowns and high spots, and as well a file to identify highs and low spots. A mini sledgehammer. It's always good to have a few hammers on hand. I keep this solid 1-inch thick piece of metal around for hammering on, as well as this. These are great for places where a hammer can't reach. This chisel here is an essential and a must-have for me. It's a pry tool from Home Depot that I've sharpened on the ends and used for splitting panels and spot welds apart. This is my most used 11 sockets that I keep on this rack for convenience. T15 to T30, a 13, 12, 10, 8, 7mm, and a low profile number 2 and 3 Phillips bit. Then a set of short and regular 3/8 impact sockets along with T40 to T55 sockets. On the sides of the cart, I've attached 2 hooks to hold my cordless ratchet and 3/8 impact. Moving on to my 3-tier rolling cart that carries all things related to body filler and sanding. Up top, I carry metal glaze, quick check, guide coat, Bondo, and strips of paper from 220 grit to 80 grit. On the second level, I carry all the DA sandpapers along with my favorite sanding blocks. This sanding block is worth mentioning. This is the Big Kids block. It's made of a very strong plastic but has a very nice ability to flex and curve. This is great for sanding the curved panels we see all the time in today's vehicles. On the bottom, I keep a box for all the used sandpaper, a bottle of paint thinner, a putty knife, and a Bondo board. This is also a tool you may have seen me using in some of my other videos. This is the Dent Fix bodyline tool on the Bondo cart. It's a very simple tool that can help your bodywork and body lines tremendously. Thanks for checking out the Toolbox tour. I hope you found some value in seeing the tools that I use and how they help me. If you have any questions about any of the tools that I use, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Until next time, take care. If you like this video, check out my YouTube channel where you can find all sorts of auto body videos just like this. And don't forget to subscribe.